Dear students, welcome to Bishop Academy online classes. Today in social science, for the student of class 10th, we will start history, second chapter, nationalism in India. It is part first, where you come to know about introduction, about causes for growth of nationalism in India. In India, the growth of nationalism began with anti-colonial movement. As you know very clearly that all people of India are groaning under suppression of British government. These suppression led them towards unity, as British took various steps like subsidiary alliances and doctrine of lapse. All these steps united Indian rulers together. Even they imposed the harassing treaty over Indian kings, like they stopped the pensions of Peshwas or even the Mughal emperor. Even they introduced rule of law, but certainly this rule of law is based on partiality, means entire these laws get applicable over Indians only. Britishers do not have any type of rules, regulations in India. Okay, even if they could kill some of the Indian people, no type of rule, regulations are imposed over them to punish them. Even the British government continuously increasing taxes. Even after First World War and Second World War, First World War, they imposed income tax, or even they started to forcefully recruitment in British army from Indian youths. Even new land settlement policies also create threat for the Indian jamidars. These land settlement policies like permanent land settlement, Rayatwari land settlement, Mahalwari land settlement, entire these land settlement system created threat for Indian people and even disturbed the traditional way of agriculture, which led the people to stand against British government. Even they provide more importance to commercial crops. I defined in Champaran, the people started to rebel against Britishers due to what? Their enforcement to the people for growing indigo, which is a commercial crop of that time. Such type of steps could also be taken in southern India for the growing of coffee, tea and various other parts of our country. Even the disparity and dissatisfaction in British Indian army. Even the people in the army have to face a lot of partiality, as their pay is quite little and even they have no chance of promotion, and various other type of restrictions could also be imposed over these Indian soldiers. And even if they are sent to far off areas, they could not get any additional benefits or wages. Entire these things created dissatisfaction among Indian army under British. Even various type of acts like Forest Act, Indian Immigration Act, Vernacular Press Act, Rowlatt Act, Arms Act, entire these acts are considered as threat for Indian people, as entire these acts are imposed to suppress the various type of activities of Indian people. Even the provision for licensing and steps for trade monopoly threatened the Indian traders, and it became difficult for them to compete with British trader even in India in foreign trade. And certainly the Indian foreign trade get abrupted due to the policy adopted by British government, and due to it all the Indian businessmen are stand against British government. Even the wise person like Dadabhai Nauroji started to provide the policy of drainage theory. Even missionaries started to convert the people from their original religion to Christianity, which could not be liked by Indian people, as the Christian use beef and pork, which is strictly prohibited in Indian society. Next, that is the introduction or formation of Indian National Congress. Due to formation of Indian National Congress, the Indian people get political alignment under British line. Under Congress, British told the people about British way of administration and politics. Due to it, Indian people started to understand the forthcoming steps of British government. Even they neglect the Indian leaders' demand. When the Indian people demanded for administrative reforms, they just ignore it. Then they started to demand for their particular share in the government. They once again started to ignore it, and at last they started to demand for complete independence. If they started to reform the government in its initial stage, then certainly there could be no chance of this nationalist struggle, or the national sentiment could not be strengthened within the Indian people. Even their policy of divide and rule is against the Indian cultural tradition of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, and that's why people stand against these British rulers, which adopted the policy of divide and rule and tried to divide Indian communities. As you find in the case of partition of Bengal, people started to adopt the movement of Swadeshi and boycott. Even India is blessed with the arrival of great Indian leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Subhash Chandra Bose, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who have international understanding, and they are peace loving and even have capability to united people together, like Bal Gangadhar Tilak, C.R. Das, Motilal Nehru, and various other type of persons which are outstanding leader of that time. Not only in India, even Mahatma Gandhi could recognized for his non-violence method of mass agitation that come to be known as Satyagrah. And for this Satyagrah, Gandhiji became famous throughout the world. As before this time, the people of the world solved their problems or great problems by war, and at very first time, due to the influence of Mahatma Gandhi, the people started to solve the disputes by just merely talking. Here, industrialization and introduction of press and railway also become helpful in uniting Indian people, as unity among people through factories. As you find, the factories imposed in various areas which are rich in minerals but having less population. So, for meeting laborers, they started to recruit the people from various other parts of country. As you find at that time, jobbers are very common, and indentured laborer system is imposed in India, under which the recruiters recruit the people and send them to the far off areas where they work and provide some economical support to their families. But in factories, when the people from different religions, caste started to work together, the system of untouchability and the medieval disparity started to be vanished. Next, that is development of vernacular language. These language, as you find, India is a land of variety, certainly various type of language are introduced in India, and due to introduction of this vernacular language, that is English, people started to understand and talk or communicate with each other. Due to it, their disparity, or what you called variety, started to be depleted and they united. Various type of works like what you called Ramayana and Mahabharata started to be flourished due to introduction of this vernacular language, and even the great work of South India has to become familiar to the North Indian people, and this provide a chance for Indian people to be united. And even national outlook of India fresh. So certainly the people of that time, especially the press, adopted such news or articles which is of common understanding and need of the ordinary peoples throughout the country. Such type of news and articles are adopted by the press, and that's why people become familiar with the sentiments of each other. And even the developed means of transportation lay people nearer. Now with the introduction of railway, postal services and telegraph services, people become more aware about the happening throughout the country. Whatever happened in Kerala, the people of Uttar Pradesh become what you call aware about entire these things due to this transportation, or even in the need of support or various type of other activities, they could go on there, and trade and commerce could be possible due to this transportation methods, and people started to once again realign their relations on modern lines. Even the post and telegraphs helps in spreading information. As before it, due to the different type of relief and climate in India, it is not quite easy for people to circulate the messages throughout the country at the same time. Even you could realize that it is one of the major reason for the failure of the revolt of 1857. But with the introduction of these post and telegraph services, people become aware about all the programs and what you call procedures that have been made by great Indian leaders, and due to it they could be capable of uniting each other. Even literary and cultural revival also play a vital role in rise or growth of nationalism in India. Painting of national culture, what you call the painting of Raja Ravi Verma or Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, entire these painters, or even Avanindranath Tagore, these persons paint various type of Indian traditional portraits which united the people together, as you see in the case of what you call Europe, like Germania, Marigny. In India, the people introduced Bharat Mata, poster of Bharat Mata with united people together. Even the portrait from various type of epics like Ramayana, Mahabharata and Kural, various type of picture portrait started to be circulate among the people, which let them understand about the culture of the various vernacular language of that time. Even the creation of nationalist literature, like you find that Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay write Anand Math, even Mahatma Gandhi write Hind Swaraj and My Experiment with Truth. Even Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru write The Discovery of India. Entire these books are based on national sentiments, and the reader of entire these books get united together. And even the people started to revival of Indian glory. They started to study the history of India and trace out the great contribution of Indian people for the establishment of science, technology and various other spheres of modern world. At last, alignment of folklores in vernacular language, like what you called Panchatantra, that has been created by Vishnu Sharma, and even the folklores of the South created by what you called Natesa Sastri. Entire these things let the people be aware about the small tales or short stories from different part of the countries, which led them to be familiar with the certain sentiments of the people which remain in India for a long time, and with the introduction of these folklores they also started to understand the various sentiments of different part of people in India. Okay. So after that the first part of introduction to the nationalism in India get completed. If you have any type of doubt or questions, you could ask it in Google Classroom. Thank you.